This is the story of an Appalachian trail hiker who was so freaked out by a cryptid that he quit the trail and has never looked back. The Appalachian Trail stretches for over 2,100 miles from Georgia to Maine every year. Thousands of hikers take on the challenge of thru-hiking the entire trail. But this next hiker decided to take on the trail solo, and in the middle of the night, a guy named David Miller was hiking the Appalachian Trail alone in 2017 when he had a terrifying encounter that made him want to run away and never look back. One night he was awoken in his tent to what sounded like screams in the forest. He described it as a blood-curdling scream, like nothing I'd ever heard before. It was a primal sound that seemed to shake the very foundation of the mountains. He decided to stay in his tent until morning, but when he unzipped the tent, he saw something that made the hair on his neck stand up. There were dozens of little pebbles that were not there the evening before, surrounding his tent in a near-perfect circle, and outside of the circle were even more pebbles arranged in a line pointing directly at the tent. He continued on the trail, hoping to put the strange incident behind him, but just 2 days later, he was awoken in the middle of the night again, this time to what sounded like whispers in the forest. He described it as voices murmuring just beyond the edge of hearing, like the wind rustling through the trees. When he emerged from his tent the following morning, he noticed something even more strange. His food, which was stored in a bear bag 100 feet away from his camp, was strewn all over the ground, and it looked like an animal had tried to get into it. But there were no signs of any animals in the area, and there was no damage to the bear bag itself. It was at this point that David decided to abandon his hike and head home. He never made it to Maine, and he never looked back. Now, this is where things get really strange. After his harrowing experience on the Appalachian Trail, David decided to go on a podcast and tell his story. But when the host asked him if he thought whatever was out there was trying to communicate with him, David replied, "I don't think it was trying to communicate with me. I think it wanted me dead. Maybe it was just a bear. Maybe it was something else." What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.